Carolina, recuperating from an illness. She's watching. Hold your breath, Tommy. It's green, white, and then checkered. And that's going to decide the championship here, the race at Miami. 2 laps is the shootout. Tim Berman lets the green flag fly. Here comes the race with Mike Wallace. Stefanik, Compton lags behind, and Hornaday can't get around it. Through turn number 1. It is still Wallace well out in front of Stefanik. Even if Stefanik finishes second, this is a miraculous run. Remember, he had a 28G crash just 2 weeks ago. Severe whiplash. His head is literally braced in the cockpit. A lot of activity behind him. That looked like Sawinski trying to hold on to his position. He is in 6th. Here comes the white flag, this time by.
That's the 52 car of Scott Hansen, Kenny Schrader's Oakland Homes car, trying to get by. Mike Wallace takes his white flag. One more lap.
It's Wallace, Stefanik, Compton, Hornaday, Crawford, but right now, 43-race drought could come to an end for Mike Wallace. He heads for the backstretch. He's opened the lead up even further. Mike Wallace in front of Mike Stefanik. Compton's not going to be a factor unless these two make a mistake through turns 3 and 4. Coming out of 4. Miami has seen its share of hurricanes. Today's storm is named Mike Wallace, and he is going to take round number 1 of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for Team ASN. Look at that celebration.
That is one happy dude right there.
Drops back to 5th. Here comes Andy Houston now. Right on the back bumper. We've got 2 laps to go. We're down to 5 miles of racing to win the Daytona 250. How wide can Wallace make this board? That's going to be the key.
Exactly right. That is going to be the key, because with the drafting, the slingshot that we talked about at the very top of the show, he's going to be moving back and forth. Here comes Kenny Martin. And Andy's saying, come on, help me out, Kenny. And here goes Andy on the outside. He's got to run.
High side for Andy Houston at over 187 miles an hour, door to door. Nobody's lifted. They come through the trioval. The white flag is out. It's Mike Wallace, Andy Houston. Then it's Kurt Busch in 3rd. Terry Cook in 4th. They're through 1. Andy Houston has opened up about 3 truck lengths.
And he's got 2 trucks racing side by side behind him. If they can get in line, they might catch him, but they can't get in line. No one wants to give up that position.
We talked about your name goes on the trophy. You'll be the first winner, the only guy who can ever make that claim. It happened here for Lee Petty. It happened here for Dan Gurney. Who's it going to happen for? We've got 2 turns remaining. Will it be Andy Houston, Mike Wallace, Kurt Busch, rookie Kenny Martin in his first ever truck race? Oh, Andy Houston way low.
He almost crashed coming up for me. Here comes Mike Wallace in the lead.
Mike Wallace, 2 years in a row, is going to win the first race of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and the inaugural Daytona 250. His second career victory at Daytona. Remember the ARCA race? He took the 52 car to victory lane back then. There is the 43 of Grissom.
Wallace moved up. He's trying to block him by running that outside groove. Busch moved down to the inside. Wasn't quick enough on the bottom as the white flag comes out.
White flag, and if Kurt Busch could pull this off, he'd be the quickest win by a rookie ever. Tony Raines did it in 5 races. Busch could do it in 4. But right now, Mike Wallace, the Team ASE Ford, into turn 3, into turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag for the second time this year. And the Ultra Bad Boys have won from the bucket. The battle further back as Renfro tried to get back around the 43.
Lost all his momentum. Saw a mistake last week at Vegas, spinning out, racing for a championship. Those are things you can't afford to make.
2 laps until we see the checkered flag. Mike Wallace, Ron Hornaday, 1 and 2. Coming out of the trioval, green flag back in the air.
All right, come on down right now.
There's one out of gas back there, Phil.
Yeah, one shaking out of gas down on the apron.
He won't make it back. If he doesn't get out of the way, we're going to have a caution.
I think they'll run 2 laps before they even slow. before he even stops.
Here comes Ricky Carmichael.
James Buescher just in front of him.
Got to hold somebody.
That was the 17 of Timothy Peters that was running out of gas. Now we've got the 33 of Mike Wallace in front of Ron Hornaday. Down the back stretch they go. Here comes James Buescher and Ricky Carmichael running 3rd and 4th.
And we know how fast those two trucks are. The first time we've seen them hooked together. Can they run up there and do something with our 2 leaders?
3 wide back 10th through 20th. And they're spreading out as they come out of turn number 4.
If they get to the white flag here to the start-finish line before the caution comes up, the next flag will finish this.
We hope we don't see another caution across the stripe. 1 lap to go. Mike Wallace just in front of Ron Hornaday. Now the big question, will there be KHI orders for Hornaday to win this race?
That can't happen, Phil, because here comes Buescher and Carmichael. They do anything other than what they're doing, they're going to lose that 1st and 2nd spot. They got to hang right like that until the very last second. There's a chance at the start-finish line. Maybe Hornaday pulls out, but here comes Buescher.
Here comes the run by Buescher and Ricky Carmichael. Going into turn number 3, Wallace and Hornaday 1 and 2.
How about Jason White, Tom O'Neill, top of the racetrack, hooked up.
Coming out of turn number 4, this is where all the action will take place. Here comes the run. James Buescher trying to go to the outside. Mike Wallace being pushed by Ron Hornaday through the tri-oval. 400 yards to go. It's going to be Mike Wallace who's going to win this one at Talladega.
And that is a Kevin Harvick Incorporated win right there.
Oh, God. I am so excited.
Hey,
Great job, Mike Wallace. Great job, Ron Hornaday. Couldn't dream of it any better like that.
in baseball, they talk about manufacturing runs. That team manufactured a victory.
And that was a team victory.